I've had an espresso. Welcome to the Mandcave. I connected those two things, so Pete had to keep that in there. This is the only podcast hosted by two best friends with nothing in common except their names. I'm Mandy Kaplan.
And I'm Mandy Fabian. And every week we test the limits of our friendship by arguing over movies, books, the latest trends, and of course, Mandy's dumb ideas. Grab a couch. Let's get to it. Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, I have a couple of bones to pick with you.
You said bones right off the bat. I'm happy.
I know. It's always a pleasure giver. Hey. So you can't keep talking about how you're having Nespresso until we get a deal, until we hear from the Nespresso people, okay? That's just
Espresso.
Okay, all right.
You never listen to me.
Until we hear from the espresso people, you cannot say the word espresso anymore.
No brand names. No.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll let that one slide. Secondly.
Oh, boy.
Okay. No. Now, I don't know how this goes in the world of podcast etiquette, but a few weeks ago, you mentioned how you knew instantly, like either who the killer was or that the daughter was dead or something in The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. I always just want to bring up the title because it's so easy for me to say and so hard for you.
Yes.
So, what tipped you off? What is the formula? What's the secret? I want to know. And I think our Mandys do too. I had a friend reach out, a listener, and wanted to know. What was it?
The Woman in the Window. It was the kid.
Yes. The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. Yeah.
No, The Woman in the Window, the book, The Woman in the Window. It was that Amy Adams movie. It was the kid. And that's what they were like parodying the most. So the minute he had this sweet little innocent kid who inserted herself in the story, I was like, oh, she's the killer for sure.
Oh, that's what tipped you off. I thought it was some kind of like, well, they always have a certain kind of lighting or they always say something and then, I forgot that about The Woman in the Window, but I forget everything these days. These days, you've known me for 20 years. I've always forgotten everything. No,
it's just that I used to be so sharp that I could make fun of you for it. And now I've like passed you on the amnesia train. And it's so sad. I hate it.
No, it's wonderful. It feels so good to me. Like it is validating my entire existence. I'm like, see? Yeah, Mandy forgets things too.
Oh, so many things. You know what I have not forgotten?
What?
Miscast is coming up, and I just want to make a plea to anybody in the Los Angeles area. Sunday, March 13th, Casey Clavens will be making his official Miscast debut as a full Miscast member. The lineup is out of this world. This one has been in the making for months and months because we've postponed due to Omicron. 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 So this one is really... It's a big one. It's exciting. It's very cool. Tickets are at eventbrite.com. Miscast, Right Singer, Wrong Song, Sunday, March 13th. Come out and see it.
Or just come out because your friends and family need to know who you really are.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's my PSA. And also, I think you're doing it differently this time, right? Like you're actually giving out Omicron at the door.
Yeah.
It's like a door prize. Yeah.
Well, we're having kissing booths. And you just don't know which is which. So,
see, I would go. I am going because I'm working one of the booths, right?
I would hope so.
Oh, God, yes.
So, but I want you to be in the Delta booth. So if you could make that a priority.
Yeah, for the older generation, they're going to want a Delta master.
Yeah.
Sure. No, happy to do it.
Yeah, that's my plug.
Great.
Fabian will be in the audience. Kaplan will be on the stage. It's going to be a really fun night. Fundraiser for Project Angel Food, my favorite charity.
Yeah. They can get Mandcave autographs. Like, you know what I mean?
There you go.
That's a once in a lifetime opportunity, guys.
Yeah. Because we're not whores who will come to your house and sign shit.
By the way, I'm going to make an offer right now. When is it? March 13th?
Yeah.
So I'm going to make an offer to any listeners. If you are showing up to Miscast, I will bring you a Mandcave t-shirt of your choice.
Wow.
One Fandy.
And how do they let you know that they'll be there?
They can contact me on Instagram @MandyFab. Or you can also go on Discord.
You sure can.
Yeah.
Mandcave.com/Discord.
Let's tell them about that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Come on Discord and join the conversation because I desperately need your approval and answers to my quizzes and questions.
It's true. Yeah. And isn't it great that you have a place where you can get approval? So many people don't have that, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we started the podcast.
Oh my God. Let me tell you, it's working.
Yes. So we need a Murderville update. Go.
Okay. So I watched one more episode. I watched Annie Murphy, and I listened back, and I thought you were very politically correct and gentle about it. She is definitely out of her league, but it was also like a really bad episode. My feeling, she's great. I love her, but not everybody can do these episodes. Like, even the best improvisers have bad shows. And I really genuinely thought it was a terrible episode.
Yeah.
And I said, and because of that, I was like, I don't want to risk, because you said that none of them were very good. You like the Sharon Stone one, so I probably will watch that one.
I did like that one.
Yeah. But I really felt like you have to have at least 10 people that you shoot so that you have 6 really solid shows, because...
Yeah, I don't think they did that. Because how do you negotiate with a celebrity and then not air their episode?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
My favorite part of the Annie Murphy episode is when she's with like the gangster guys and she claims to be a pancake cook or something.
Yeah.
And Will Arnett has the earpiece in her ear and they're like, how do you make those pancakes? And he's like, I boil them.
Right.
Boiled pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
But that's Will Arnett. That's not Annie Murphy.
Yeah. And I like that he kept putting her through things like making her stir the soup, the vichyssoise with her hands and stuff like that. But overall, I was like, I didn't think it was fun. I didn't think it was funny. I didn't laugh once. Nothing against her. I just don't like what you said. That's not the best venue for her. But I feel like for a celebrity, you actually should. If I was the showrunner, I'd be like, listen, if nobody gets good episodes, if you don't get one, we're not going to air it. I mean, that's within their rights. Look, actors do pilots that never make the air. You're not guaranteed your part is going to stay in a movie. I feel firmly about this because really, like, if you have the opportunity to cut something and it's your show, you can't risk having a bad episode. I really feel that way. So
now I'm scared you're going to cut me right out of this podcast.
Well, now we've talked about the single Mandcave. I don't know what that is, but stay tuned, listeners. That was going to be a bonus, right? I was going to do a monologue and we were going to make it a bonus member extra, which, by the way, you left one time to go pee and I did a monologue that I think was maybe one of the best things I've ever done. And I think that should be a member extra. So if any Mandys want to hear that, reach out on Discord. And we'll get you that file.
And then I got my revenge, but that was the episode that was not recorded. The lost episode.
That's right. The lost episode. Oh my God.
And I totally got my revenge and I matched you.
Yeah.
Tit for tit. And
you did. Tit for tit. Hey, I want to show you something really creepy.
Ooh.
I got into my booth this morning and I found this.
Don't show me a spider.
What the heck is this? It's a Polaroid, of a weird, like, dark hallway. I think it's maybe the outside of our house. It's like from our front porch.
And you just found a random Polaroid?
I just found it. And it would have been really freaky if I didn't know that Patrick gave Abby a Polaroid camera. So I know what it is. But I'm like, what, is my child trying to tell me something?
It's like a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of those.
Well, we shared a theatrical experience this past weekend. And it was Legally Blonde, the musical. Yep. Which was produced by a wonderful theater program out here called Golden Performing Arts Center, starring Casey Clavins. Yep. It was very, very good. Warner. And it made converts out of your girls. Not hard to do, by the way. No. First note of a show, and they're like, I want to do the next one.
For sure. Yeah. No, they love doing musical theater. They're doing it all the time anyway, so they might as well have some structure around it. Someone teaching them what to do. Yeah, it was really, really cute. Casey was so good. It was just really, really fun. Really
and it's
fun.
A great musical. I would love to see like the full-blown I've heard the soundtrack a million times and I love it.
I knew nothing about it and I really liked it. I thought I agree. I thought it was very catchy. And I would like to see it. I think that's on Broadway HD or something. I think you could see it somewhere. Yeah.
That could be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling like a sleepover with the Fabians, and we all watch that on Broadway HD.
I love that idea. In fact,
and if anyone wants to join us on our sleepover, they can reach me at Mandy_Kaplan_Clavens, and I'll tell you what pajamas to wear, and I'll give you my address.
Yeah,
come on over.
Guys, we give great sleepover. And also, I think we should open it up to naps, too. If anybody just feels like napping during the day, come on over. I'm in the Valley, I'm very centrally located.
I don't think of you as a napper.
I'm not. I no. I would love to.
Yeah.
But I can't. I don't know. I'm not a napper. If I'm exhausted, maybe, but no. Yeah.
I have become one in the pandemic. Really? Yeah. I started napping because I was so anxious and not sleeping at night that I started napping during the day, which I've never been good at. And then I discovered ASMR, and that is a perfect combination. And I can actually nap these days.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Thank you.
Well, you really are older than me. That's amazing. You're forgetting more
I'm sorry.
things,
Can you speak
and you're
up?
Can
you? I can't.
Yes, you can. Just keep trying. It's okay. Go into the light, Mandy.
Oh, boy. You with the creepy Polaroid and the Carol Ann. Can we just keep chatting and pretend that we never watched this movie ever?
Oh, my God. You are hilarious. Tell them what we watched.
Okay, here's what I'd like to do, actually. We watched a rom-com on Amazon called I Want You Back. And Pete, I would like Pete to play the trailer, which will explain to the people why I chose this. Pete, play that trailer.
Okay.
Hello? Is everything okay? You have mascara all over your whole face.
You actually have like a piece of toilet paper or something.
Do I really?
Other side. There. Yeah.
Just got dumped.
I want to break up with you.
What?
Oh, me too.
I'm breaking up with you.
Oh my God.
What about this? Whenever we're feeling like we just can't take it anymore, let's call each other.
We're each other's sadness sisters.
Well, Sadness Sisters sounds like you're Diane Keaton and I'm Meryl Streep and we're in a Broadway play, but I get,
That's a great cast. You should cast plays. Oh my God. And look at her with my boyfriend. This is bad.
What the
He was the love of my life.
Anne is the love of mine.
But I'm not so sure that they're going to realize it, not with these shiny new people around.
So what are we supposed to do?
I have to break them up.
That's crazy. We can't do that. How would we do that?
I will seduce Anne's boyfriend. Am I doing this right? It's so wet.
You just take your 2 fingers, let it drip out.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think we've met. Hi.
Oh. You will friendship seduce Noah?
What about your ex?
Really funny.
Was she funny?
Pop that shirt off.
I'd rather not.
I'll tell you what. I'll take mine off too.
That's not going to help me at all.
Can I tell you a little secret about being an adult? While just pretending that we know what we're doing, and we're hoping that we don't screw it up.
Your stamina's really improved. It's the drugs.
I find you both incredibly attractive.
Oh, wow.
Ow.
Look at you. Good work.
Yeah, man, I'm a psycho. You are somebody that a person could fall very deeply in love with. But it's more like slowly, over 5 or 6 months.
Okay.
Or like a year. 2 years tops.
Do you realize the number's going up?
So now it's been 2 minutes. Everyone's heard the trailer. The trailer, as you just heard, is charming, quick, funny, adorable, relatable. It's a good time.
Yeah.
The movie is terribly written, annoying, shitty. I can't think of enough bad words for it.
That's funny because as I was walking into my booth, I was like, oh God, we're going to agree again because Mandy is going to have loved this movie and I fully loved this movie. I could not have said enough great things about it. I had to stop writing scenes to quote because I thought they were so funny.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
More than that, Patrick and I sat together, watched it together, and he was giggling like a schoolgirl. And I was probably harder on it than he was, but I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh my God, Jer and I were miserable. This is so perfect.
Crazy.
This is so Mandy.
It really is. We're back to our original brand. Okay, well, that's interesting. So, okay, well, should I go first then and talk about what I liked about it? Okay, here's where you should have loved this movie right out of the gates. Or maybe this is, you know, when you're casting something and somebody looks like an ex of yours, or they always say that, right? If you're auditioning for something and you don't get it, and people are like, well, maybe you looked like his ex-girlfriend or their drug addicted daughter. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so subliminally, subconsciously, you don't like it. Here's why maybe you didn't like the movie, but why I thought you would love it. Pete, there's a clip that goes from about 4 minutes, 6 seconds to about 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Go ahead and play that clip.
I have been unhappy for a while, Peter.
Really? You have? I mean,
Yes.
you never said anything?
We're stuck. No, what do? We go to work and we make salmon and we watch Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, come on. We do stuff. We went to Wind Creek Casino to see Rod Stewart. Okay.
I was never supposed to be an English teacher, Peter. My sense memory professor said I could have been the next Kate Winslet.
You still could be.
Not with you. Oh, Peter, that's not, I mean,
that is a really specific and hurtful thing to say. Not with me?
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Okay.
Okay. This is Charlie Day's character trying to convince his girlfriend not to break up with him because he's adventurous because they went and saw Rod Stewart.
To which I wrote, Rod Stewart? What? In all caps, because I was like 4 minutes in.
Hilarious.
And that's a cardinal sin. Oh.
But it's fiction. It was meant to be a joke that I thought you would love that. And then right after that, he goes down to the nephew's birthday party and she's like, I think you should go. And he's like, no, please. I just want to stay and watch Toby get sung happy birthday. And she's like, I don't think that's a good idea. And he goes, no, come on, I can make it through happy birthday. And then they cut to him at a children's birthday party. Everybody's singing happy birthday. And he's trying to sing it without crying. Charlie Day is amazingly, hilariously funny. I can't get enough of that guy.
I love Charlie Day. I've never really watched Philadelphia, but when I see him in movies, he makes me laugh easily and quickly. This didn't work for me. And the script was written by Isaac Aptaker and Elizabeth. Oh, crap. What's her last name? Joanne. They wrote Love, Simon and This Is Us.
Oh.
And these are...
Are they a writing team?
Yeah. These are pros. They are incredible. I want to say her last name is Berger, but Joanne's getting it.
I can't.
Isaac Aptaker. And, so I saw the credits and I was like, oh, they wrote this? This is going to be sharp and clever and heartwarming. And I found it to be none of those things.
Oh my God, I thought it was hysterical. I actually went back to watch the opening credits because I wanted to see how they did it. And just look at some of the credits because I'm interested in the filmmakers and stuff. And I got to tell you, man, I got sucked back in. I was
Did you rewatch it? No.
No, not the whole thing, but I watched Elizabeth Berger, Isaac Aptaker and Elizabeth Berger.
I doubted myself.
Yeah. And I thought all the acting was good. Initially, I was not I am a Jenny Slate fan, but it was a little tough at first because I was like, I don't see Jenny Slate and Charlie Day as romantic leads, but I got to tell you, they really grew on me. And the whole premise of this whole thing is that they're the kind of people that grow on you over time. Mm-hmm. I also thought, I also thought at the very end, you go, oh my God, spoiler alert. There's a movie where you have a romantic thing. These people have fallen in love and they have not touched. They haven't held hands. They haven't kissed. And that is a really, really interesting rom-com achievement, if you ask me.
This movie was made by Mormons, which is the thing that I liked was the casting of these two actors. Jenny Slate and Charlie Day are relatable. They are not perfect tens.
Yeah.
They are not airbrushed. They are just people that we feel we know. And I did like casting them. And I like both of those performers. I just didn't like the writing. I mean, I had a real issue with the writing.
Was it okay? Because I will say there were times I had to keep telling myself, like, okay, this is a movie. Like, there were convenient things where plot points would happen, and I would go, oh, that's not really, But the way they did it. So, if I may I?
Yes.
May I jump in? Okay. So
you don't need my permission.
Well, you're older. So, no. No, the setup of the movie, I think, is really well done in a scene that really made me giggle a lot. It's at minute 24:43 through 26:11. So I'm going to just go into another clip. This really is this is where they get the idea to do what they're going to do in the movie. You probably have the same clip because it was so succinctly here's the idea. This is what we're going to do. So Pete, play the clip.
There is something there.
There is something there, right? To the cabin.
No, the cabin is nothing. I could seduce Logan.
Whoa.
And then Anne would find out and she would get so upset, of course, and she would dump him because she would be like, whoa, I miss my ex-boyfriend. He was so nice and sweet and we had 6 years and he never cheated on me once.
No, that's true. I never did. And don't think I didn't have my chances,
I don't.
My dry cleaner was super into me until she died of natural causes. But do you really think you could seduce Logan?
I mean, I don't want to brag, but in high school, I once kissed my married gym teacher, and his wife was really hot, so.
Oh, no.
And it was a whole thing.
Let's move past that. All right, and then I could steal Jenny away from Noah. Why are you laughing?
I don't think I was laughing. And
You don't think I could do it?
Have you seen Noah, what he's like and everything? Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, he's a classically handsome guy, but I offer a lot.
I think that you are somebody that a person could fall very deeply in love with.
Thank you.
But it's more slowly, over 5 or 6 months.
Okay.
Or a year. 2 years tops.
Do you realize the number's going up?
Okay, I don't think that you can get to Jenny.
You've made that perfectly clear.
But I do think that you could become Noah's friend.
I could do that. I mean, people like to be my friend. I'm extremely affable. In college, all the girls were like, "You're such a good friend."
Oh, darn it.
But the point is, people like to be my friend.
Right.
I get in his head.
That's exactly right. You get in his head, and then you make him realize that Jenny isn't that great.
She's not that great.
Yeah, and that I am the one that got away.
Hey, do you really think we could do this?
Yes, I do.
I'm in if you're in.
I will seduce Logan, you will friendship seduce Noah, and we will win back our people.
All right. It's on. Look at us. This is like Cruel Intentions, only sexier.
How is it sexier?
It's not.
I thought that was filled with jokes. Her whole thing about kissing her high school gym teacher and her being when he says he can seduce Jenny, she's like, have you seen, no, you've seen him and all that. It was so funny and well done. And
I wrote that. I said that
idea.
Setting up the premise felt organic and funny. And I liked the way they came up with the plan. So I did agree with you on that scene. Jer hated it. He was like, I'm out. But he's a real bitter asshole. To be clear.
Yeah.
He has no heart.
I want to tell you just between us, I have never liked him.
Oh,
it's one of those
one
things
has.
Thank you for giving me permission to finally say it. Yeah. But okay, but was his that it wasn't believable that nobody would ever come up with that? Because I had that feeling a little bit of come on. But then when I went back and watched just from screenplay structure how they set it up and how they built up to that moment, I was like, okay, I buy it. My was the meet cute in the stairwell.
I had that. That was awful, forced and scripty. I wrote about their meet cute. It was too cute, and we're not going to play that because we've made Pete work enough. Damn it, he's a person too. But yeah, I was like, oh, this meet cute is terrible. They're both in the stairwell at the office building, and it is too forced. It's really very scripty.
I agree. I thought that was their most awkward, forced, terrible. Although I thought the bit about him buying cigarettes and then them both being like, oh my God, this is disgusting. He bought cigarettes because he thought that's what people during breakups do. That was pretty funny. But no. And actually I was like, was this the first day of shooting? Because I will say that when I shot my movie, the first scenes that we shot, are the hardest scenes to edit because they are terrible. Everybody was just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
And, I mean, no, they're not terrible, but like they're the worst scenes in the movie because they haven't got their legs yet, you know? So maybe that was it.
I just thought that there was a lot of bad writing. That meet cute was terrible. And then I wrote, get back up on the whores.
Oh, yeah. No, that wasn't
great.
It was
a terrible joke. Like, and they kept the worst to me. You know, there's always the I'm just a girl asking a boy, standing in front of a boy. Like, right, there are all these quotes that like people take away from these movies. And theirs that they tried that I thought was awful was, you're my slow burn. That was like, it was such a clear attempt at like, we're going to coin this phrase. And it was not fetch. Yeah, that's all I'll say.
Fetch? What's fetch?
Oh, Mean Girls. Fetch.
Oh, I don't know
fetch
that
is
one.
so not happening. Stop trying to make fetch happen. That's what I felt. Like in Mean Girls, they're making fun of Lacey Chabert because she's like, that's so fetch. And they're like, no, you just made that up. That's not a thing. And like, you're my slow burn. Ugh.
It's funny because I thought you were going to say, you're my airplane mask person. I thought that was the thing that you were going to quote as the thing. Because they have a whole bit in the movie where she says, oh, if you really, really love somebody, you will actually get up and put their emergency mask when you're flying on an airplane first. And then Charlie Day has this really funny thing. He's like, that would actually be illogical because then you wouldn't be able to help the person. It's actually not doing the person a favor. I thought they had these really cute, funny interactions. And I mean, we were like, first of all, I loved this. This is something nobody else would experience. But since I got to watch it with Patrick, it was so great because anytime anybody had to break up with anybody, he's on the couch like reliving all the times he's had to say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to date you anymore.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, I drag that shit out over years. So
you do it to the same person over and over and over.
I don't have the same visceral experience that he has where he's like, oh, God. Right. He was physically in pain watching people break up. It was very funny.
The thing about breakups that they said in this movie that gutted me, I think she said it. The person I've been telling things to, like, you can't turn to that person because you don't just lose your, forgive this word, I'm going to barf, lover. So Carrie Bradshaw. But you lose your best friend. You lose the person you would turn to on a bad day and say, my heart's broken, help me. Yeah. And that's a truism that I thought they tapped into nicely. That's what's hard. Yeah. But
she says that when he breaks the rule and he calls his ex-girlfriend and says, you're just the person I've been talking to for 6 years. I mean, Patrick and I don't have that relationship, but I understand that that's what people do.
Right. You have silence and sex, and that's it. So that was that touched me. But her wanting Scott Eastwood, I don't get it. I don't get him. I don't get his appeal. I understand that in a still picture, he's a handsome guy, but there's nothing about him on screen that interests me. I don't know that I've ever seen him act before. I don't know that I did even after watching this movie. I don't think he's good. And when you compare the two guys, I would choose Charlie Day 10 times out of 10.
Well, of course you would, because clearly looks aren't important to you. No offense, Jeremy, but like, I'm joking. No,
I can call him a heartless asshole, but you took it too far.
No, but like, and you and I both have that. Like, I always went for, I get it. I always went for funny, smart, preferably Harry Potter schoolboy. That was always my type, or maybe even a little ugly. Like I funny and smart were my top two. And this guy is like being a handsome fitness trainer would not be my type either.
Right.
But I actually, since I'm actually married to the guy who would play the fitness trainer, who he thinks he's Charlie Day, but he's the guy he's the fitness trainer. What's his name? I forget his name. What was the character's name?
I don't know. I called him Scott Eastwood.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not saying anything behind Patrick's back because we said this after the thing. He was like, who are you in the movie? Who do you think you are? And I'm like, I'm obviously Jenny Slate. He goes, really? I was like, yes, I'm awkward and weird and I say the wrong shit. And I'm Jenny Slate.
Well, I'm the high school musical teacher. That's pretty clear.
That's very clear. You are
the smooth skin, the awkward confidence about knowing musical theater and teaching it to kids.
Yes, you are definitely him. But you are not the person who writes on his Instagram, director, artist, human. That was really, really funny. That's a scene in the movie that
it's in the trailer, so everyone heard it.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah,
because I'm a genius, and I thought let's just play them the trailer, and then we don't have to sum up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's very funny.
Yeah, I couldn't get on board. I couldn't go on the ride, and I like a bad romantic comedy, and I had to watch a bunch of them this week for work, and I was watching a bunch of forced stuff.
What was the worst?
It's not a romantic comedy. It's called, I just had to watch Poms, P-O-M-S on Netflix about a retirement village where they started a cheerleading group.
Oh, okay.
And, it's just all so forced. And but I would watch Poms for any day over this. I did not like this.
God,
it was a problem with the writing. I can let go and accept a very typical script idea of like, let's break up our exes. And I can accept that if it's well done. And I just didn't find this well done.
There were some things that I guess were kind of, I think like them getting drunk and singing karaoke. I thought that scene felt a little forced, right? Like there were things that felt very like, we've seen this a billion times before, for sure. Right. I didn't totally love the three-way. I loved the idea of the three-way, but the execution of it felt like it could have been funnier. Yeah. But for whatever reason, and I just do think it's because of Charlie Day. I mean, he just like, and Jenny Slate too, like they both enough elevated the material for me that I was like giggling throughout, that I found myself then when it becomes clear, a spoiler alert, everybody, but when it becomes clear, because this is the fun twist of the movie, right? It turns out that he has not done his job and now he's made friends with the boyfriend, but the boyfriend just proposed to his new girlfriend.
Right.
And he's failed, and she actually succeeded in breaking up Charlie Day's girlfriend and sending her running back to him. So when that becomes clear that that's going to happen, like Patrick and I were totally, sitting there on the couch going, "Oh no, oh no, oh no!"
Really?
Oh yeah, we were totally invested, and I think I really liked Scott Eastwood. I was actually surprised because he could have really done dumb, romantic, handsome lead, and I thought he did lend some charm. Like he was really good. Like I did. He didn't bother me at all.
We agree to disagree.
I know.
Which is the basis of our friendship and our podcast.
It's true. But I would much rather be in my shoes, because I've been in your shoes going, I don't get it. Like Superbad. Remember you were like, best movie ever. And I was like, it is fucking people drawing penises on a notebook. Why is that funny? I hated that movie. And everybody else was like, amazing. So I get it. I'd rather be in my shoes and be able to go on the ride than sit there going, why was this made? How did they let this happen? These are talented people. Did they make this movie in a week? What the fuck? Like,
Right. Well, now, as charming as I thought Charlie Day and Jenny Slate were, I did have the thought of, like, are there other people that could have made this sing for me? Could we recast it? Could we recast it in a way that, would make it more appealing? And there is a movie on Netflix that is so far superior to this called Lovebirds. And if you haven't seen it, run, don't walk. It's Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani.
Okay. And
it is perfection. Their banter, their emotion. And like, that's who I wanted to see in this.
Well, I love Kumail Nanjiani. I love him. I thought The Big Sick is one of my favorite movies ever. All right, I'm writing it down. Lovebirds.
Who would you cast that in this? Because it felt like the D-list to me. It felt like they had already gone through all their A-list choices and they all passed, and then they ended up on.
It's funny,
particularly Jenny Slate.
I thought it was a super intentional. Let's not cast celebrities. I mean, not that they're not celebrities, because they are. I know their names. Right. Everybody knows them. But I thought it was an intentional your typical person that you would see in a rom-com. Mm-hmm. Who would I cast? That's interesting, to play that quirky bird of a character. Well, of course, now that why don't you go first? Because right now I'm like, I can't think of one single actor's name.
Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani.
That's you just took the cast of Lovebirds and put it over? All right. Well, I'm going to say Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling then.
All right. Perfect. Great. They would be, I mean, their chemistry is
through the
insane.
Charts. Yeah. Through the charts? Off the charts?
Off the charts.
Through the roof.
Through the roof and off the charts.
Well, both. All of it. Yeah.
Are you ready to man job it?
Oh, yeah.
How many?
Wait, can I ask you one last thing?
Mm-hmm.
I know I do this all the time. At the end, what did you think of when everybody turns on Charlie Day? Like, what did you think of her exposing the both of them and then everyone turning on Charlie Day and being like, you're horrible, you're horrible. Now, I know you hated every second of the movie, but that was, yeah.
I wrote it was the most anticlimactic punch I've ever seen. And I just thought they didn't earn that to me. They didn't earn anything.
Even though he'd been lying to everybody and trying to get what he wanted. And
I wasn't invested.
Right. Okay. All right. There you go. So man jobs. Yeah. I give it 4 man jobs.
Okay.
And I need to revise my Murderville man jobs, because now that I've seen the Annie Murphy episode, I'm going down to 3.5.
Which I told you would.
Yep.
I believe.
Yep.
I will give 2 man jobs because of Charlie Day, because he is so charming.
Wow.
And when he got messed up and he said, I can smell the moon, I laughed. He's funny.
Oh my God. That's so I wrote down so many things that made me laugh out loud. That's so funny. You did not.
I wrote down very few.
2 man jobs.
2 man jobs. And they're both for Charlie Day. He gets a right and he gets a left.
All right. Fantastic.
Yeah. And I, of course, have a game for you.
Great.
But first, I want to tell the world that Mandcave is a production of True Story FM, engineering by Pete Wright, music by Ian Post.
Yeah. Pete, thank you for all the work you're doing for us this week. It's especially, we're going to talk about that raise, kiddo. You've earned it. And if you have a podcast app that allows you to give us some ratings and reviews, manned jobs, if that's the way you need to think about it, please do. It makes us feel closer to you. It makes us giddy, excited. It makes our day. So go on and check out whether you're on that Spotify. I mean, it's controversial, but you might be there. An Apple, wherever you are. Just please give us some stars and reviews. And also, if you would like to become a member of the Man Cave, you're not going to believe this. You can go to mancave.com/Andy and sign up for a membership. It's nothing. It's like less than the price of Disney Plus and so much more entertainment.
Obviously.
That wasn't a good comparison. We don't have Marvel movies, but we'll talk about them. And
we sure will.
Yeah, you get like birthday videos and like you can hear my monologue from that episode that we did a couple weeks ago. It's a very big deal, you guys. So
bonus content.
Yeah, and there we just said bone again. So look how we bookend. Look how consistent we are.
We got a new review. I want to thank Busy for writing in that they have so much Mandy love and they would give us more stars if they could. Thank you, Busy.
Yes, thank you.
And Busy and everyone else, get your merch. Go to mancave.com/merch. Get stuff to wear, stuff to drink out of, stuff to hold your phone. Just get
even if
stuff.
You don't want it for
Celebrate
yourself.
us.
Yeah, we all know that buying gifts for people sucks. I hate it. I hate having to buy anybody anything.
It's my favorite thing to do, literally.
I know. You love it. But I never know what to do. So it's actually awkward if I give everybody Man Cave stuff, and I already have. But you, as a listener, can offer a Man Cave mug. And it's just, I think even if you don't listen to the podcast, it's a pretty decent coffee cup.
Good stuff.
So there you go.
Yeah. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
All right. It's quiz time.
Okay.
It is romcom quiz time.
Oh, okay. All right.
I am simply here to show people that your memory is worse than mine. So I'm going to ask you these questions and you're going to try and answer them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
It's going to get ugly.
Isn't that how it always goes? Yes.
Now,
right.
I knew a lot of I didn't know all of the answers. Some of them are very easy, obvious, and some of them I did not know. Deep cuts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So let's start off nice and easy. Softball.
Yep.
You just saw it in Legally Blonde. What is the name of Elle's Chihuahua?
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Bridgerton? Bags? I don't know. Who remembers the name of the fucking dog? That's an
Bruiser
unfair.
Woods.
Who cares? That's an unfair question.
He's not a dog. He's family.
I didn't just see the movie. I saw the musical. They talk about the dog like twice.
Bruiser Woods.
Okay. He's not even the romantic lead. I hate that question. All right, fine.
Wow. Let me try and give you a real softball so you can actually feel good about yourself before I knock you down.
Not going to happen, Toots.
How many potential dads does Sophie have in Mamma Mia?
Oh, 3.
Can you name them?
Oh, come on. Who can name
I'm
them?
reading this quiz. It's like a BuzzFeed quiz.
You know
I didn't
what?
come up with this.
Listen to you motherfuckers at BuzzFeed. I'm going to give you the 3 types of rock: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. And you could go fucking shove those rocks up your ass with the names of the fucking Mamma Mia dads. Nobody remembers that shit. Thank you.
Oh my God, the potty mouth.
Casey's not going to listen to this episode, is he? I'm making a point. That's a dumb question, and it's irrelevant to the movie.
Wow. Okay. Finish this Love Actually quote. To me, you are...
Oh,
It's on the cue cards.
right.
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen that in probably 4 or 5 years, but I've seen it several times.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, to me, you are music. To me, you are harmony. To me, you are home. To me, you are family. To me, you are love.
You are perfect.
Perfect, right. Right.
Wow.
Well, I think harmony and love and music and family are perfect, so it was the right answer. I gave
this is
you
not going well. This is somehow going way worse than I even feared.
I gave you the nurse, okay? I gave you the nurse.
You are coming fresh off a listen of last week's episode, aren't you? You're so proud.
No, I just remember that because it was important.
Which Shakespeare play is 10 Things I Hate About You based upon?
Much Ado About Nothing? Who knows Shakespeare plays? I could sing you a number from Something Rotten. Oh,
no,
God,
thanks.
I
We're
hate
good.
Shakespeare. That's right, I said it. Oh, I do. I hate Shakespeare. Ooh, I just don't get it. How a mediocre
Okay, 10
actor
Things
with...
I Hate About You is based on Taming of the Shrew.
Okay.
The little
Cool.
sister who's all hot and popular can't date until her older sister, who's all grumpy and emo, finds
Because you just
guy to
reread Taming of the Shrew recently. I mean, who knows that?
I do. Maybe I played Kate in Taming of the Shrew when I was 14 at Chapel Hill Chauncey Hall Summer Theater School. Shout out.
Well, that would give you a leg up. I have been making lists of 10 things I hate about people since junior high school. So we've had different lives. We've led different lives.
I want to hear that list next week. Which rom-com tries to answer the age-old question, can men and women ever really just be friends?
Now there, my friend, is a softball. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cruel Intentions. No, When Harry Met Sally. Come on, it's When Harry Met Sally. That's the best movie ever written in the history of rom-coms ever.
I agree.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
hell
what's
just
happening?
froze over. You're never going to get this. What karaoke song does Cameron Diaz sing badly in My Best Friend's Wedding?
Oh, I want to say, is it an Air Supply song?
No,
Is it a Guns N' Roses song?
it is not.
Oh, well, then I don't know.
I just don't know what to do with myself.
Nope. You're even singing it. I don't know what song that is. What song is that?
I just don't know what to do with myself.
That's a real song?
Dusty Springfield, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're just not going to know these.
No, the correct question is, who co-starred with Cameron Diaz in My Best Friend's Wedding? Julia Roberts. Thank you. I win. That's the correct question.
All right.
Who remembers
I'm gonna...
the song?
Okay. Do you know what Clueless was based on? What Jane Austen novel Clueless is based on? Name a Jane Austen novel.
Pride and
Name a
Prejudice.
novel.
Sense and Sensibility. Emma.
Yeah, Emma. Yes.
Okay,
Pete,
great.
edit out the other two answers. Emma, good, man. Good. You got one.
We have different perspectives because I think I'm doing very well on this quiz, and you seem to think that I'm failing.
What are you eating? We're doing a podcast, Will Arnett. What are you eating?
No, unfair. I told you at the beginning of the podcast that I wanted to be more like Will Arnett, so I brought lunch into the booth. When I get low blood sugar, I can't answer these questions.
Oh my God.
And
She's licking peanut butter off her fingers as we're podcasting. This is classy shit. Okay. I know you can get the last one, so I will give you this one. Which film is this quote from? I wanted it to be you. I wanted it to be you so badly.
Come on. You know, I have to search the indexes of my brain. You know, there should be like hold music. I get nervous. I want to fill up the space and I can't really think.
If I say rom-com, who do you think of? What actress? Go.
I think of Meg Ryan. Is what I think of. Okay. I wanted it to be you so badly. Sleepless in Seattle.
No.
No. What? No, that's not the one where they meet at the top of the...
That is the one where they meet.
You've Got Mail.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. It's You've Got Mail.
All right.
And the last one is, in which rom-com does Kate Hudson try to get Matthew McConaughey to dump her?
Oh, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
There you go.
Yeah, see? That's a good one. That's a good question.
This was not a good quiz for you. I apologize to
I think
America,
I disagree.
Canada, anybody listening anywhere.
No, now I feel very strongly that I want to hear from the Mandys because I actually believe that was a great quiz.
Okay.
Yeah, I did very well.
Hop in that Discord, hit us up on socials, speak out, Fandy Nation. What am I going to watch or read or listen to or try this week?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've already watched this, but it is a continuation of something that we talked about early on in our podcast. And I don't know if you've watched it, but I do have a backup in case you have watched it.
Okay.
It is The Shrink Next Door on Apple TV. Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd. It is the...
I have not watched it.
Okay, great.
I listened to the podcast, but
Yes,
I've not
so did
watched
I.
Okay.
Fantastic.
All right.
So that's what we're going to watch.
Okay. You know those are my guys.
Oh,
I love them.
I think it's going to go well, but who knows? I mean, today we saw You Just Never Know, right? That's what's so exciting about these things. Yeah.
Will the Mandys stay friends?
My God.
Find out next week.
Oh, all right.
All right. Until then.
Until then.
Love you.
I love you.
Woo!